My name is Joseph Jacob. Welcome to Secrets of Public Speaking. Today, we are giving attention to the introduction of a speech. In our last video, we told you that after you've answered the important questions and you've gathered your materials, the next thing you need to do is to divide your speech into three: introduction, body, and conclusion. People do ask, which among these three is the most important part of a speech? Most people answer that it should be the body, because it is in the body that the message of your speech is. It is in the body that the nucleus of your speech is. That is true. But it's also true that your introduction is as very much important as the body. Because if your introduction is not captivating, the audience may not wait for you until you get to the body. To illustrate it, imagine you are served a food you've never eaten before. As you take your spoon, what will you do? Will you take a spoonful? Definitely not. You are not sure whether you will like the taste. You are not even sure whether the food will be good for your body system. Naturally, what you will do is to take the tip of your spoon to scoop a little and taste it. If it does not taste good, you will not take another one. If you are still contemplating whether it is good or not, you take another little scoop and taste it. When you are not sure of the taste, it's good, you now take a spoonful. In this illustration, the spoonful is the body of your speech. But you see, before you take a spoonful, you first of all take a tip, and that is the introduction. If your introduction is not captivating, if it is not interesting, if it is not good, the audience might switch off their thoughts from you. While they are there physically, mentally, they are not with you. They are thinking about something else. You see why it's very important that you pay serious attention to your introduction. Now, what are the qualities of a good introduction? For your introduction to be good, there are two things your introduction must possess. The first one is that it must capture the interest of your audience. Yes, your audience have come to listen to your speech. They are all seated in the hall or auditorium. But most of them, if not all of them, do have other things competing for their thoughts, other things they are thinking about, other problems or worries they are battling with. What do you think they will do? If your introduction failed to captivate them, to draw them to you, to get their attention, they will be there physically, but their minds are far away from you. So a good introduction must first of all capture the interest of the audience, draw their attention to you as the speaker. That is the first thing a good introduction should do. Now, remember that if you get the attention of the audience, it doesn't mean that you will always have their attention. If you fail to build on that success of getting their attention, the audience may still start wandering again in their thoughts and they will leave you. So after your introduction have captured their attention, your introduction should also sustain that attention. How will you do that? By also telling them what the speech is all about, why the speech is necessary for them to listen to it. When your introduction serves these two purposes, your introduction is very good. Then your audience will definitely listen to the body of your speech. We are going to look at different types of introduction you can use to capture the attention of your audience and get them to listen to you while you deliver your speech. The first approach to introduction we are going to consider in this video is to relate the topic to the audience. Your audience will not be interested in a speech that will not benefit them or they think will not benefit them. So it is your responsibility to help them see that what your speech is all about will be beneficial to them. Look at this example. Ladies and gentlemen, the spate of kidnappings and other violent crimes is on the increase. This speech is about little things we can do to protect ourselves and our loved ones. The speaker knows that his audience are thinking about the high rate of crime in the society. He just told them that his speech will help them learn how to keep themselves and their families safe. The second approach is to state the importance. When people sense that they are in real danger, they are often moved to act. So help your audience see the danger facing them. They will listen to know how to avoid it. Look at this example. The World Health Organization states that cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for nearly 10 million deaths in 2020. You and I are clearly at risk. I'm here today to tell you steps you must take to avoid cancer. Your audience are already asking, do I have cancer? Do my parents have cancer? Does any of my siblings have cancer? With such questions nagging their minds, they will not allow anything distract them from listening to everything you have to say. The third approach is to arouse their curiosity. Curiosity sustains interest. Once you get your audience thinking, how can that be possible? They will listen all through to find out. For example, ladies and gentlemen, I spent huge sums of money paying my children's school fees until I discovered a social program that helped me pay half of the fees. Just give me 10 minutes of your attention and you will start saving 50% of your children's school fees. Most parents in the audience are already thinking of what they will buy with 50% of their children's school fees. So they will definitely listen to find out how they can get the money. The fourth approach is to question the audience. Paying attention goes beyond sitting quietly and looking at the speaker. The audience must as well be tuned in with their minds to respond to questions. Have you seen a speaker ask a question which he expects the audience to answer, but gets no response? Even though everyone seems to be paying rapt attention. Such things happen because the audience are with you physically, but are far away in their thoughts. So when you start with a thought-provoking question, you are helping your audience from the beginning to go along with you, even in their minds. Look at this example. If you have the opportunity of meeting the governor of this state, what will you ask from him? Tuition-free education, better staffed and equipped hospital, or less expensive housing schemes? You have succeeded in getting your audience thinking along with you. The fifth approach is to begin with a quote. When your quote is from someone whom your audience are familiar with and respect, they will appreciate the quote and want to know the relevance of the quote to what you have to say. Even if they do not know the person you are quoting, once they hear a striking quote, they will pay attention. Look at this example. A correctional expert, Robert Gangi, once said, "Building more prisons to address crime is like building more graveyards to address a fatal disease." Does building a graveyard contain the spread of a fatal disease? Your audience are already with you contemplating what to answer and eager to hear how what you have for them will help them resolve the puzzle on their minds. The last approach we are going to consider in this video is to tell a story. People always like stories. They will surely listen to you if you start your speech with a very good story. Your story can be provocative, amusing, dramatic, or suspenseful, but keep it short and simple and relate it to your speech. The prodigal son and the good Samaritan are stories people know very well today, even though they were told about 2,000 years ago. Good stories are indelible in the minds of people. However, if your story is fiction, let your audience know, so they do not go about relating the story as if it was real. Do not forget that you did not mount the podium to tell stories. You started with a story just to capture the attention of your audience. Make sure you accomplish that and quickly focus on your speech. If your audience can remember your story but cannot remember the lesson you want them to learn from the story, you have not succeeded. Your story must not eclipse the message in your speech. Thanks for watching this video. Our next video will focus on developing the body of your speech. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Remember to like and also share this video. Feel free to leave your comments as well. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.